All right, for math. Normally we'll start on this one and we'll work it out, but we're going to jump ahead. So let's look at 342. The problem says Mrs. Chang's vegetable garden is shown. It is shaped like a rectangle. She grows tomatoes in one part. She grows corn in the other part. What is the area of the garden? Even though it's broken into two parts, can it be put together as one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what they did is they split the garden into the two parts, the tomato part of the garden and the corn part of the garden. And they used square units to find the area of each of those small rectangles. Then they added the two areas to find the area of the large rectangle. Is that like what we were practicing, was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. Where we found the area of the tomatoes, and we found the area of the corn, and then those two areas, what did we do with them?
Added them.
We added them together. And that's exactly what they're doing here. So they're saying that the tomatoes has an area of 15 square units. Is 3 times 5 15?
Yes.
Yeah. And then they said the area of the corn was 12 square units. Is 4 times 3 12?
Yes.
It is. Now they say those 15 square units plus those 12 square units, they're going to add together and decide what the total area of the garden is. Or remember how Connor had done his yesterday when we first started talking about this? And Connor had said, all right, I have this 5 and this 4. I'm going to go ahead and add those together right away. And then I'll multiply 3 times, what's 5 plus 4? 9. 3 times 9. Okay, let's jump ahead. So that model it that was on the page before, was it the page before?
Yeah.
Yes, this part right here. It says to look at the model it, the equation 9 times 3 equals what is used to find the area. Explain what each factor stands for in the equation. So in 9 times 3, looking at this, what is the 9 of that garden?
The length.
The length. So 9 is the,
Length.
what are we going to write down for this then?
9.
9 is the,
Length.
let's write it so that we can get through this quicker. Okay? And what is the 3 then?
The width.
3 is the width. You know what to write?
Yep.
Okay. When you're finished with that, just set your pencil down. I'll know you're ready to move on. All right, so now looking at part 2, it says the picture of the garden in Model It shows the length broken into 2 lesser numbers. What are these 2 numbers? So if we look back here, what are those? Can't get this situated. What are those 2 numbers? Just the numbers. What are they?
5 and 4.
Right, 5 and 4. So what are we going to write down for 2? We just answered it. 5 and 4. Should we write 5, 4? No, because what would that actually be?
54.
Okay, so we need 5 and 4. Pencil down when you have that written. Okay, 3. You can use these numbers to find the areas of the 2 parts of the garden. What would we fill in those blanks then? Based on looking at it like this, or like this, or that's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
What would we put here? What times 3?
5.
5 times 3. Do you know what that product is?
Yeah.
Write it down. Then what's going to go over on this line? What times 3?
4.
4 times 3. Do you know that product?
Yes.
Write it down. All right. So you had 5 times 3 is what?
15.
And 4 times 3 is what?
12.
So now you can add the areas of these 2 parts to find the area of the whole garden. So what plus what?
15.
Yes, that area 15. What's the other area we just solved for?
12.
12. Do you know what 15 plus 12 is? If you need to write it like that, that's fine, so that you can see them vertically. What's 5 plus 2?
7.
What's 1 plus 1?
2.
So what is the total area?
27.
All right, so the area of the garden is 27 square feet. We're going to skip 5 and 6. How about that? Okay, so there's 7, 8, and 9 on that next page, right? 7, you're going to solve. I'm going to see if you're remembering what we've been doing so far. Okay, so on your own, you're going to solve for the area of this rectangle. Now, they've broken it into 2 parts. Do you remember the way that you felt most comfortable yesterday solving for those 2 parts? Do you remember? Okay. So I'm going to have you solve for the area of that rectangle. Show your work. Show me how you're solving this, what you're doing to find the answer, and then write your answer on the line. Don't forget to label your area with the unit of measurement that they use in the problem. Does that make sense for 7?
Yeah.
Yes, no, so. You weren't here. 8, same thing. Show your work to solve for the area of this rectangle. And then for 9, show your work again, showing me how you found the answer, and then just color it in, the correct choice. So you're doing these 3 pages in your workbook. Then you're going to go back into your Chromebook to your Google Classroom, and you're going to open up the determining area. And today you'll be doing slides 7 through 13. Remember, because we did 1 through 6 yesterday. You're doing 7 through 13 after you do those 3 problems. Got it?
Yep, got it.
Okay. Go ahead and get to work. If you finish up on that and other people are still working, go to the multiplication flashcards online, since you'll already have your Chromebook opened up.
When we're done with this, do we show this to you and then do we go do the?
For now, just go ahead and close it and we'll deal with that later. Okay?
Okay.
All right.